What is up, guys? And today is a very exciting day to be a gamer. The Titanfall release. So, I got the game, and so far it looks great. I mean, as far as aesthetics and graphics go, this game is top notch. I've looked at the Xbox 360 version, and the graphics are lower, but other than that, it seems similar enough that the average player won't know the difference. Now, before this, my channel has been mostly Space Engineers, but this game got my attention, and I think it's absolutely worth featuring. So, here it goes. So, if you guys haven't noticed from the gameplay, the game is very similar to the beta. Only now, there are more maps, weapons, etc. So here's my less than a day analysis of it all. Now, I guess I had the beta, so I kinda get the gist of the game already, so maybe my playing counts for more than a day. At any rate, from my experience in the beta and the actual game, I can say that this game has the potential to break records. Maybe not this first game, but later in the franchise, when people know what it's all about. So here's a little background to the game. This game was made by the original creators of Call of Duty, which, as we all know, is the most successful game of all time. These people are gaming geniuses, and for all you venture capitalists out there, I would invest some money in this franchise. The whole marketing strategy for Call of Duty was catering to the newer players. Get a new player hooked on the game, and then that kid will be buying every Call of Duty game until he's out of college. And I say was because I think that the franchise is done for, but that's a later commentary. But anyways, one thing new players hated was dying, and the original makers of COD knew this. So things like death streaks were implemented, where if a player keeps dying, then they get something OP to get some kills. Empowering the weaker players was what put it on top. Well, all the original COD developers were fired or quit, and they all went and started working on Titanfall. It is only natural to assume that they will try a similar strategy in Titanfall, and try they did. The thing most hated in all gaming was dying, but killing was a favorite thing, so they were faced with a problem. How do you kill without dying? Because naturally, for every kill there's a death, an epic paradox, and thus AI in multiplayer was born. Most people don't even know that they're in there. It was designed that way, so no one would know when they're killing an AI or a real person. That way you get the same feeling of accomplishment. Now, I don't think they did the best job on this, but my guess would be that 90% of the players will never know that they're killing AI, or that they're even in the game at all. They're not hard to notice if you know what to look for. For starters, they never use their jetpack ability, so they're on the ground 95% of the time. A good strategy is to stay up high and just rain bullets on them, and typically they don't shoot back. But, put it this way, if you see someone crouching that doesn't have cover on them, or is just like out in the open, it's an AI. The gameplay is very balanced as well. You'd think that the Titans would be way OP and just shit on people without the Titans all day long, but for the most part they just ignore the infantry, I guess you could call them, and just focus on the other Titans. Your Titan doesn't really last all that long, maybe 30 seconds tops, because you're the giant robot that everyone just spams rockets at. My only big complaint for this game is the grenades. Those shock grenades or flash grenades, the ones that make your screen all staticky, seem a little OP because it affects such a huge range and effectively takes out your attack for a few seconds, which is enough time for an enemy to enter the room and kill you. Well, that's all I have for you today. I'll be doing a more in-depth analysis of Titanfall later. Stay tuned for more Titanfall, guys.